it does require getting yourself out of your comfort zone, getting yourself out of whatever habits you have been involved in. That is why 21 days is key to breaking habits, because at the 22nd day, you might not even remember who you were when you started on this process. And then you can keep building and building and building and building. When I look back to where I started, and again, it was challenging as a child, it's challenging as a young adult. Um, you know, I have to say, I'm glad I put in the work. It was work, it was practice, it was also fun, but a great deal of it had to do with imagination. Now, my imagination process is slightly different. And the reason for that is that I want to think even bigger than what my little brain could conceive. So, my imagination process is more of a meditation process. It's more of the question I ask is, what am I here to do? Help me to do it. Please cleanse my thoughts and my habits so that I can see with a more divine lens. That process has led me down this winding road to meet the people I've met who support and honor the wisdom that I bring to the table. Because there is no career counselor who would have told you that this career was possible, that you go and you start out as a classical performance major at Arizona State University. And then you have a decade of in the music business where you had some success, but certainly didn't become Madonna. And then you go back, you get married, you have a child, you go back to school and you graduate summa cum laude with a degree in English literature from USC. And that leads you into personal finance, becoming ranked the number one stock picker, having a Nobel Prize winning economist write the foreword to your book, you know, MacArthur genius, Kay Koplovitz, Joe Mogul. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that this happens unless it's a big imagination. And the imagination that guided this ship wasn't mine, it was my meditation and hopefully tethered to the divine. Now, that may sound really woo woo to you, so don't use that if that's not resonating with you. But find a way to plug into imagination. Um, you know, there are many poets that believe that imagination is plugged into the divine. And whether or not they call it that, when you talk to anybody that has a creative force, there are certain moments that happen where the song writes itself or the painting is painting itself. Michelangelo very famously would say that he chips away at the stone to see what is already there. Um, so don't underestimate this strange word that, according to many poets and writers and artists that I admire greatly, believe is plugged into the divine. All of the process that we have talked about leading up to this moment will be a piece of that. Leaning into love, choosing what would love do, finding sacred unions, your people, people that you can be honest with, people who make you lift you up. A sacred union, what is that really? That is somebody who accepts you for who you are and really encourages you to be the best version of you. That's it. Is there's not a whole lot more to it. And the same thing that you would do for them. You can get into a lot of details about it, but the honest to God truth is that if you show up for somebody, and it's not a blind applause. It's not that. You can understand their weaknesses and yet respect them enough to love them and to ask them to shine. So today, let's get imaginative. And again, for me, that would mean meditating more. That would mean, asking what is something that is bigger than I could dream of that I'm supposed to do, that I'm here to do, and how can I be smart enough and plugged into the divine enough and have my heart pure enough that I can accomplish it. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Again, it's Natalie Pace. You know how to reach me, info@nataliepace.com, by phone 310-430-2397. NataliePace.com. There's all the social there. I do ask you to please follow and share these 21 days with others. It will make the world a better place. Thank you.